I get a little bit of less of sleep that I should.
To be fair, I could stand to eat a little bit less. I've just been like stress eating through this whole quarantine. Every time there's something that's like stressful, I just go to the fridge and just start like munching down on whatever I have, which usually is not very much because I don't go grocery shopping that much. But yeah, it's crazy. So I just need to play more Dota, is what you're telling me.
Exactly. If you play more Dota, that means you're gonna be eating less, which is good.
Okay.
I mean, you need to find the right balance.
Oh, thank you, buddy. We'll find it together. You and I, we'll make it happen, hand in hand. All right. Now we got the Ember Spirit as well as the Lycan Grimstroke taken in the Dark Will. I think that Lycan went unpicked and unbanned in the last game, which blows my mind because that hero feels like he's all over the place.
It definitely is. It allows you to play fast once you hit level 6. You have Helm's Dominator already, so no matter who's in the lane, he's gonna die. And if you can just pop a Grimstroke ulti in the mid game, they're gonna be leashed together. You will have like this dog / wolf off the leash, and then you're in a real trouble. Like Lycan is not particularly good against neither Dark Willow nor Ember Spirit. Both of these heroes can just straight up either use Reality Rift, or Shadow Realm and TP out, or just Remnant out.
Yeah.
Reality Remnant. This is the spell that we need in Dota.
Which one is it?
Reality Remnant.
What the hell does that do?
I don't know what does it do. I mean, I just made up a name.
Reality Remnant. I mean, that sounds like we were listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy playlist earlier. That sounds like the Reality Stone out of that whole shenanigans. You big on Avengers movies?
They're okay.
Yeah.
Those movies like top quality in terms of production, CGI. The story is okay-ish, but like it doesn't give me the same feeling as some like top quality movies with like a real twist or something that I would get mind blown off. These are fun movies to watch. I understand. Like I find them very interesting, but I have to like lower my expectations for these kind of movies.
I gotcha. You're not expecting to be blown away. You're expecting to be entertained.
Yes. I am entertained, don't get me wrong.
Okay, I can dig it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, Empire Hope.
I watched every single one.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
Okay, so you've watched all of them. That's great. I don't even think I would know all of that. Man, Underlord taken with the Rubik yet again. So Team Empire Hope pretty much have like the same draft that they had before, but now with the Lycan instead of who's their safe lane? Weaver before, right? Interesting.
5 seconds.
I just feel like this is better.
Weaver did such a good job in the previous game. Now they even picked Lich to mitigate the physical damage on the Lycan and the units, which is a great counter. You either pick Lich or Wyvern position 5 and also Anchor Smash, so you're not going to be having troubles dealing with Lycan. One of the reasons why you should not first phase this hero.
Yeah, it's kind of a frustrating one. So yeah, a lot of damage mitigation there, like you're saying. I always like if you can get the Terrorize on the Lycan when he's in his ulti form, and then he's just like, he's gone from the fight. You don't have to worry about him anymore. But not always easy to get that one. And Ember Spirit to me has felt like sort of the best hero in Dota right now. I don't know if you think that's true or not, but he seems insane.
Not really. Not in my book. He's okay, but I don't think Ember Spirit is like a game-winning hero. You also need to have tower damage when you have Ember. These heroes don't deal any kind of tower damage, so you need to have your either position 1 that can siege, or you need to have your mid laner and shove Ember to the side lane.
Okay. I mean, I will say the other way that I liked it more was with the Coddle, with the Ember Coddle. That seems really good. But I agree, the lack of terror damage here is scary.
10 seconds remaining.
So they need to pick some kind of tower damage. I would love to see something like a Dragon Knight.
Okay.
He can also stand the ground against Lycan. Doesn't care too much about neither Grimstroke nor Rubik.
Yeah, DK's been making a pretty big comeback. It feels like off lane, safe lane, mid, anywhere you want to put him, he's pretty fine and just sort of takes
DK
down
is
towers
all over the place. Also one hero that you can pick is like Medusa.
Hmm.
Put her on the mid, even on the safe lane.
Yeah, that could be nice. I could be down for either one of those, to be honest, in this game. Maybe with the Lycan in it and getting like a Necro book or something, that's a little bit spooky against the Dusa, but who knows? We'll see. So yeah, no real other great like soulbind thing that you've got going on here with Grimstroke. Maybe they could go like Necro or something weird like that. I don't know. Not sure what they need on Empire Hope. What do you think that they need there?
They need some kind of
Radiant team pick.
stun to lock them in place. They banned out Shadowfiend. I've seen Shadowfiend today with the Lycan.
Oh,
Hellraisers played it. It's extremely effective. Like you are grouping up earlier. Shadowfiend hits the peak, gets a BKB. You get the Aegis, Presence Aura affects buildings. Like, and there's a ton of minus armor from these
10
two heroes
seconds
combined
remaining.
together.
mhm.
And Lycan's Howl got changed so much from
5
like regen
seconds
attack
remaining.
speed, slowing down the attack speed to minus armor, bonus damage globally, whatever it was.
Yeah, I still feel like it's one of the abilities that's like least thought about. You always hear him howling, so you just always assume that he just has all of the stuff that he uses. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. There isn't really like that other type of hero that is holding them in place so much right now. I feel like on Team Empire Hope, to some extent, you've kind of got like you mentioned the Soulbind and the Rubik, but I don't know. I feel like it's all sort of soft-ish disables on Team Empire Hope, like roots and leashes and things like that.
There's no real stun
Yeah.
besides Rubik's Lift. But they still have one more hero, and they don't have like the
Dire team
greatest
pick.
combo with the Grimstroke.
Ooh. That is an interesting pick, because I would have thought that Empire Hope maybe would have wanted to take something like that, like early pushing and stuff like that. But why do you think Nova liked it?
It's hard to predict.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just a comfort pick for them. In the laning stage,
10 seconds remaining.
whether he's paired up with Lich, you put
5 seconds remaining.
the shield on him to slow things down,
Hmm.
or Dark Willow with the Cursed Crown for a stun.
Monkey King.
Choose
Okay,
your
so
hero.
Monkey King is a hero that deals well with both Tidehunter, Juggernaut, and Ember. All three of these heroes are melee. So Monkey King is going to have an easy lane wherever he goes, but most likely it's going to be mid.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Team Empire Hope already up one game over Nova, trying to close this one out here in the WePlay Pushka League. And, well, you are saved from the craziness of the panel, and you have to just deal with us two now. I don't know if I would say craziness or just, I don't know, ridiculousness. What do you think encapsulates us? Is there an adjective that you could think of?
Professionals.
There you go. That's it. That's the one. I can always count on you to come up with one of those. Well done.
Yeah, I was just trying to decide whether clowns or professionals, but
Professional clowns. That describes my job way too well. Holy crap. Yeah, the thing I was thinking about with this like Lich Juggernaut shenanigans, right? Normally you mentioned the Frost Shield on the spin running in on him. I feel like that's kind of just what are we going to do? Let's just do this because it's a good combo in lane. But I feel like they're kind of going to get wrecked because I don't know what Jug does in like the rest of the game.
even some like top tier players say like, "What do you want to play, Jug?" He has great attack animation in the laning stage. That's what makes him great.
Yeah.
It's just a very satisfying hero to play. It gives you that ability that you can like
Prepare
hit
for battle.
before enemies, so that gives you a good laning stage.
Same type of idea as like an anti-mage type of thing too. Dude, why are they like sending little pictures to each other and stuff? Got all little faces
Wait,
out.
pictures? What?
He did
Oh,
did
there
a
is
little
a face.
face.
I did not notice. I was like, "Whew, hope I'm not sending any pictures right now. I know what the last picture is."
Well, I turned and unplugged my webcam because while everybody else is all dressed up and they're in bow ties, I'm just like sitting with my shirt off in my living room, doing, Just hanging out. I broke the illusion there for a moment. I shouldn't have done that.
Well, I'm sitting in my hoodie.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you do it. I've been like that my whole
30
life. Whenever
seconds
I'm
to
at
battle.
home with the hoodie on, I love to put like what's it called? Like it's not a cap, it's not a hat. What's it called?
The hood.
Yeah. Wow, mind blown. So I like to put the hood on. It just makes me feel more comfortable. I don't know why.
It's cozy. Yeah, it feels nice. I like it.
It's like you're in your own bubble
Yeah.
of happiness when you're winning. If
Right.
you're not, then I need to take it off because it's way too warm inside.
Yeah. You're just raging up. You're just like shaking, and all that friction just makes you too hot. I feel you. Looks like it's gonna be 2 apiece here. Bounty runes going out. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the hoodie, more often than not. But it's weird because it's been like rainy the past couple of days, but for some reason it's also warm. So we've got like sort of warmish rain in Oregon right now, which is bizarre to me, but it's okay.
Yeah, I don't like warm rain.
No?
It feels like someone's pissing on you. I don't know. It's just very weird. I love my rain cold as my beer, you know?
I love my rain like I love my beer. Intoxicating or something. I don't know what's going on there. All right, we gotta get
I
back
don't
on
like
track.
toxic rain. I don't like toxic teammates.
Radiant's courier
They
has
take
been
down the
killed.
courier down bottom. Nice little pickup there by Mr. James, who's also going to pull this wave over. And Mastery is running in as well, so it's kind of hard for him to actually make the interrupt of the pull. Yeah, it's fine. Seems to be a pretty sort of stock and standard early start to this laning phase. Monkey King versus Emperor. I feel like I've definitely heard pros talk about this matchup before, but I don't really remember what the consensus
What did they
is.
say?
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember what they said, but I know that at some point people are like arguing about whether it favors one hero or another.
Well, I've seen a lot of Monkey Kings like dumpstering Ember Spirit, but if Ember can have okay few levels, like there's no way you get rid of the flame card, so that's like a guaranteed damage. And if Monkey's not buying Orb of Venom, he can't close the gap that efficiently and get the Jingu procs.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And he does have that Orb of Venom. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it was probably Kunkka, the hero that I was thinking of, that matchup instead. But regardless, so far, Lightless having a pretty nice time of it. 12-4 versus the 7-0. Not great for this poor old Ember here.
It's even more. I mean, Ember Spirit is not a strong laner. If he's playing against Queen of Pains, if he's playing against Necro really dumpsters him in the laning stage on the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of that. I guess it's one of those heroes that you kind of need to last pick, and sometimes it just doesn't fit within your draft, the Necro, since there's been so much Ember. But yeah, up top, Lycan also running into sort of the struggle bus here. The root comes out. Almost was going to be able to find that kill there, and with Gush off cooldown, it looks like he's not actually going to go all the way in on it. But yeah, Lycan, so far, 9 last hits, the same as the Ember Spirit, but this is your safe lane Lycan, and, well, I'm just going to miss First Blood down bottom. They lose one, turning out onto James. Meanwhile, the right click's coming through. Fairy Fire and another
Mastery.
kill.
Woo, that's a lot of damage. 80 plus, already 6 permanent.
That is real nice. And then mid lane too, Lightless able to find another kill, hit him with that Boundless Strike. So multiple kills across the maps, and it's 3 going into the favor of Empire Hope.
Top lane's not going well, but Lycan is the hero that can easily recover. Like, you leave him alone for 2 minutes, he's still gonna get, you know, farm eventually.
Yeah, true enough. And like making those level 6 rotations that you talked about too, just like being able to punish one of those other lanes or what have you. We will get one of those denies there, but yeah, winning in the CS wars across the board right now, it feels like, for Empire Hope, with the exception of this Lycan against the Tidehunter. And both of the other lanes going fabulous.
It's not a killer lane on the top. Like Grimstroke usually loves to be paired up with someone. Like in the previous game, you put Inkswell on Weaver, Ricky, and there's a ton of kill potential. Lycan's not that hero, so you just want to secure the farm for your Lycan.
Oh my god, he almost goes down himself instead. Has another Stroke of Fate if you want to use it, but doesn't decide to go for it. 5-minute mark is coming up now. Bounty runes. We'll see. I think Grimstroke could maybe make a run for it, although he'd probably die if he did, so he's not going to go for it.
Would you go for it?
Oh, of course. And I would die. I've been in that position. That's how I know. That's how I know he would die. Level 5-minute mark now, and it's just going to be a trade-off, most likely, of 2 apiece again.
And one of the reasons why he's not having a great time with Lycan, you're playing against Tidehunter. You get close, Anchor Smash on the Wolves, a lot of physical damage, reducing their attack. It's just a hard matchup for Lycan.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. And he's just going to need to go somewhere else to make things happen later on. Monkey King is almost 2 levels ahead of Ember here. This is getting real bad. We're running off. Like, wondering if they're even going to give him a tome or something. This dude's struggling. Very much so. Tidehunter level 4. We'll have that wave pulled back into him while the Lycan's heading off to the jungle a little bit, it looks like. Just wanting to get into that Helm of the Dominator without having to run to the Tidehunter too much.
I like how on the bottom lane, they have this combo, Juggernaut with the Lich. We're going to put the Frost Shield on Jug. You spin, easy to execute. But Under was like, man, I don't give a crap. I'm just going to hit you if you spin.
Yeah, he does way too much damage to really be able to deal with. And then when you come out of it, James is there for like a lift and a Fade Bolt. And it even becomes worse. Yeah. Dude, 42 and 19. He has more denies than Ember has last hits right now.
He has more CS than Juggernaut and Ember combined.
Holy crap. Yeah, it's really rough. This is a really hard game now for him. Like, look at this. He's just the Boundless Strike moving on in and just punishing him over and over.
I don't think it should be this bad.
No.
Like, it's definitely Monkey King favored. But there are ways to play around it, like manipulating the creep wave. It's also like relying on the block. I'm not a mid player, but I've seen a lot of those matchups.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy about this too is that like I feel like this in particular, Juggernaut and Lich were picked a lot for the lane and the way it works together and being able to punish. And
the lane is not going well.
No, they're getting dumped, completely dumpstered. Lacoste, I'm worried. I'm really worried for these guys.
Oh, for them, I was like, there's internet connection problem. There's storm raging. This warm rain turned into like hurricane or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to turn off my PC.
You're gonna have to start streaming it. Then we'll see what happens. Dude, Lycan is retreated to the jungle. He's queuing up clarities. This has all gone wrong. This is real bad. But don't worry, Ember has level 6 now, and he's picked up an Iron Talon. Although...
that's gonna help him farm the jungle much more efficiently. Rune spawning, let's see who gets it. He's gonna kill it with the wolves, man. It's not like this lane was already going well for Empire Hub, so he sends the wolves. He controls the rune for his teammate and tips him.
Dude, that sucks so much for the Ember. You gotta feel, because he doesn't even have his TP, so he can't even like fill up his bottle back at home right now. Yeah, real tough. And now they're just running in on this Monkey King here. Lightless, getting jumped at, right clicks, turning around, trying to make it work. James has the lift, the fear pulls it back in. He's going to be able to get the mischief, and they will eventually die. But Lorenov also going to go down. And a third one, because why not? Mastery, just building it up.
Well, I guess it's one of those calls. Guys, my lane is not going well. Someone needs to help me. But if he's really dumpstering in, then they check your items. Oh shit, man, you only have boots and the raid band. Then you see Monkey King. So you decide to help him out, which turns from bad to worse in a second. Yeah. I thought Juggernaut is level 6 when he decided to rotate, but he was only level 5.
Yeah, and I mean, now maybe if somebody rotates, he could possibly like find a return kill onto James or something. I think he's gonna go for it. Fade Bolt comes out, spins on top of James. Monkey King shows up now, and Space. Oh man, this is kind of rough. Lift is there. They pull him back in. A kill on Grimstroke on the other side. He manages to get the spin off, and James going to live after he kills off that jug. They're gonna run out of tips.
Like, first 4 jug bounces were on Rubik, and Monkey King was standing close to him. So that's a second death of Juggernaut in less than a minute. You're playing against Lycan. It's not looking good. Also, this Underlord is having an extremely good time. Bounty runes spawning. They're gonna get 2 the most.
No. We gets a couple of them there. Bottom lane, they're gonna take this tower, it looks like, in a second with Lightless and Mastery. Moving over to the side, they do manage to get the deny on the ward they just placed, which is pretty nifty. Shovel also picked up, and over towards mid, they're trying to find the Grimstroke. He gives him the tip because he doesn't have chains, I guess. God damn. I mean, it feels like it's all on this Tidehunter, but like, how does a Tidehunter get you back into a game?
That's a real good question, and I don't have the answer. Like, he's extremely farmed. Magic Wand, full Vlad, Soul Ring, high level. So they need to play around him. Once Lycan decides to use his ulti, Tidehunter needs to be ready.
Okay. That'll be the moment to watch for sure. Monkey King in the meantime, and Underlord just farming up these camps in front of Nova, who don't have any way to stop it. Not at all. In bottom lane, the Lycan pushes in the creep wave. Catapult's hitting onto that tier 2 tower. Radiant just trying to hold on to this high ground themselves. I don't know. I'm struggling to see how this works for him. Oh god, you can't afford to lose the Tidehunter right here. I mean, if he can make this work, but the silence is there. The Phantom's Embrace, he's still walking away. He's gonna be able to live, but now he has to just get out of there. And, well, can he walk in? Spin on spin action. Rolling on to both. James gonna back out now, thinking about going for that Wukong's command if they want to make it happen. Leashed up onto 2, and they do have another round of Fabled if they want to use it. Stolen Blade Fury again. Empire Hope, they back out.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Lycan is putting the pressure on the tower. Someone needs to address this problem, otherwise the tower's just gonna straight up die. And here comes Tide.
TPing over.
Tide is a very hard nut to crack at the moment. High armor, lifesteal with the Anchor Smash. The only way they like deal with him, that he can't crack it out of the thing, is Phantom, but he can just hit it twice.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the fastest hitter in the world, but like, also if he needs to, his other teammates could maybe help him out with it as well. Whatever the case ends up being. But yeah, like right now, it's just all 3 of these cores. Like, even Lycan, who was having that bad game, as you mentioned, he was able to catch back up, and now on top of Helm of the Dominator, he's about to have a Necro Book.
Yeah, I see Tidehunter queuing up for Boots of Travel. I click disconnect.
Is that what
If he's
doing?
on my team. Yeah.
Why is he getting bots? Are they better now with the change?
Nope.
Okay.
Worse.
I mean,
I don't know. I guess he just wants to stall the game if Team Empire Hope is not grouping up. But that's like 2,000 gold, which means that you're going to be taking a lot of farm on the map. Sometimes farming where your Juggernaut should be farming.
They're going on to Mastery, but he gets the Dark Rift away, and maybe even going to try and steal some creeps before he goes. Oh god, does he get all of them? Oh my god, he got all the creeps! Dude, Space is so pissed. Oh no. Jeez. So what did they get? So they now do, instead of the like percentage base, they give you 110 movement speed.
Just what
Yes.
Is that any good at all?
I mean, if you do the math, most of the changes, like for the start, it's worse because your heroes are gonna be slower and percentage-based damage is just way better. So, but if you are thinking about move speed as a number,
yeah,
for the heroes that has like 300 move speed, it's gonna be the same for the start. But if you get like another item like a Yasha or something, like a phase boost that gave you percentage-based damage, like everything slow down. All the heroes are much slower. Agi heroes don't get bonus movement speed. Bonus movement speed.
Don't worry, man.
Working.
It's fine. You know, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and also you can't just be at the 2 place at the same time. Like TP bottom, then come back with your team.
Lycan actually gonna pop his ultimate here for this, along with the Necro Books. It's getting a little bit weird. Gotta be careful. Stolen for the moment, Flame Guard. James over to the side. Okay, trying to bait out a Ravage here, and Pion not gonna try and test fate with that. It's just going to be bounty runes going for the other way. James giving him the, I almost feel bad. Well, they're gonna take 4 bounties. Dude, there is some mental warfare going on in this game.
If Tidehunter wanted to like carry this game, he could have gone for like Power Treads, Deso, Heaven's Halberd. Heaven's Halberd is such an insane item against Lycan and Monkey King. There's no way to itemize against it. Yes, you can get a BKB, but if he gets it off, it's undispellable.
I feel ya. Well, that's tough. He's got his boots of travel now, and well, we'll see what he ends up doing with it. He's moving pretty quick.
Getting boots of travel while there's a global travel ban, I don't think that's a good idea.
Freaking goddamn memer. Oh, I love you, Cost. Alright, they're stacking up camps. They're getting ready to fight. Rubik just found an Essence Ring. And, I mean, as this game goes on, it just feels like it's more and more and more into the favor of Empire Hope.
You would expect Lycan lineup to group up earlier. But they're still controlling the map, getting the farm.
Oh. Careful, careful, careful. That's dangerous. They move in now with the Tidehunter, who gets Yule Sceptered, rooted, still living, needed one more right click, but doesn't find it. And Nova, they have just not been able to do anything for like the past, how long has it been? Bring up this graph. The last thing that happened was they destroyed a Sentry Ward, and then an Observer Ward, and then a Sentry Ward, and then they got a tower. The tower was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they have not been doing much. Both mid lane and the bottom lane got stomped, so both of these heroes need to recover.
Empire Hope just also, I think the movements from them of like making sure they shut down the right side of the map whenever possible has been really nice. And, you know, avoiding the bad fights and taking the good ones. Empire Hope looking good. There's hope for them. Hey.
But what if we apply the same logic to Team Noah? They just need to apply for good fights and, you know, not show up for the bad ones.
Oh God, Mastery is just walking away. He's just Quelling Blading through the side. They're not going to find him. Oh, he just walks away. That feels so bad. Oh no. Bottom lane, Lycan's pushing again. Dude, this Underlord has had a fabulous game. Now he's got his ulti back up, so he can just cut the creep wave afterwards.
He didn't die a single time. I mean, Noah only killed 2 heroes in an 18-minute game.
Yeah, that's rough. That one's rough. I mean, Ember again. There's nothing to stop them from like doing this on Mastery, right? He's just sitting here cutting the wave in towards mid. They do find a stun out from Lightless. Dark Willow is dead. Oh, stomp. A little bit off the mark there. But yeah, they're rolling. Wherever they want to go, they're going to go.
And they're going to go into Roche Pit. Noah, they know. Tidehunter getting closer. We still have not seen a single Ravage this game.
Yeah, it hurts. He's running in. He's coming for you. I think they know. I think they have an idea that this is coming. The silence is there. And no Ravage to chase down. They just want to kill the Grimstroke. If anybody, just take the Grimstroke. Over on the other side, though, it is going to be a likely dead Ember. Oh, he gets the Remnant away. Okay. Terrorized Sphere onto 2. They got another kill. They made it happen.
Not sure this buyback was needed. Like, they already committed. They got to Roche what they wanted. Lycan does not have ulti, so I mean, even if they get any kills, it's not gonna be because of the Grimstroke buyback.
Yeah, true enough. Curse Crown? TP? Not gonna happen. You'll scepter it off.
Your essence seeps into my
Man.
collection.
Well, down bottom, you might end up getting one of these outposts here on Nova. That seems to be the plan. So they'll at least get one of them.
Well, that's what Nova gets. They did not pick Luna, and they get punished. They get stomped in game 2.
I like it. Appreciate that. Boundless Strike comes out. Tidehunter, will he Ravage? The Stomp. Oh, it's there. No. And now he's in trouble. Now he's silenced, and now he is dead. In the grave. That's his first death.
Now I remembered an old Dota joke. Like, why does Luna hate Venomancer?
Why?
Like, because he has Poison Nova.
So much more.
That's so bad. I love that. I'm a big fan of dad jokes. They're great.
Radiant's middle tower.
Well, we're getting old.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm trying to keep up as an old man with the fresh memes. But sometimes, you know, the inner dad jokes summons inside of you and you have to say it.
Well, I appreciate it. If nobody else does, and you know what, the people that do appreciate it, they're the true people that we want to be. We want to be pandering
Yeah, these
to.
are the kind of people I want to be around that are laughing at my jokes, not the ones like, damn, you're dumb. Why are you saying that? Why would you say that in front of the people?
Exactly. No judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. That's how we feel about Dota in general. As by the way, James, he's going to be fared, pulled back in some trouble. Inkswell going back the other way, throwing out the Chain Frost even. Gets the Essence Ring for the live-in. Is he going to be able to stay alive? Just barely again. 100 HP. They cannot take down the Rubik. Ravage is finally there. Rubik goes on in. Stolen. It's not going to be Ravage, it's the Gush, but still, it is painful as they're going to lose this Tidehunter again. They're going to lose the game. Holy moly, me oh my. Empire Hope killed those guys. Oof.
It only took them like one real fight. They were just building up the advantage, and the Roche fight, you can't contest it. You're not there in time.